Ferry and the Doll. In a land far away, there was a place called Fairyland, where fairies lived in harmony with nature. They had wings that sparkled in the sun, and magic that could make flowers grow and animals talk. They were happy and peaceful, and never harmed anyone. One day, a fairy named Flora was flying over a river when she saw something floating on the water. It was a doll, made of cloth and buttons, with a red dress and a blue hat. Flora was fascinated by the doll, for she had never seen anything like it before. She flew down and picked it up, feeling its softness and weight. "Hello, little doll," Flora said. "Who are you? Where did you come from?" The doll did not answer, for it was not alive. But Flora did not know that. She thought the doll was just shy, or maybe asleep. She decided to take the doll home with her, and make it her friend. She flew back to her house, a cozy cottage made of leaves and flowers, and placed the doll on her bed. She gave it a name, Dora. She talked to it, sang to it, and played with it. She hoped that Dora would wake up and talk back to her, but Dora remained silent and still. Flora did not give up. She thought that maybe Dora needed some time to get used to her new home, and to trust her. She was patient and gentle with the doll, and treated it as if it was alive. She believed that one day, Dora would open her eyes and smile at her, and they would be the best of friends. Flora's friends and family noticed her strange behavior. They saw her carrying the doll everywhere, and talking to it as if it could hear her. They tried to tell her that the doll was not alive, and that she was wasting her time and energy on it. They told her to leave the doll behind, and join them in their fun and games. They told her to be realistic, and not to hope for something that could never happen. But Flora did not listen to them. She loved Dora, and she was sure that Dora loved her back. She thought that her friends and family were just jealous, or did not understand. She ignored them, and spent more and more time with the doll. She became isolated and lonely, but she did not care. She had Dora, and that was enough for her. One day, a terrible storm came to Fairyland. The sky turned dark, and the wind howled. The rain poured down, and the thunder roared. The fairies were scared, and ran to their homes for shelter. They closed their doors and windows, and waited for the storm to pass. Flora was in her house, with Dora by her side. She was not afraid of the storm, for she had Dora to protect her. She hugged the doll, and whispered to it, "Don't worry, Dora. We'll be okay. We have each other, and nothing can separate us. You're my best friend, and I love you." She kissed the doll, and smiled. She felt a warmth in her heart, and a hope in her soul. She thought that maybe, just maybe, this was the moment that Dora would wake up and talk to her. She looked into the doll's eyes, and waited for a sign. But nothing happened. The doll did not move, or blink, or speak. It was still a doll, and nothing more. Flora felt a pang of disappointment, and a doubt in her mind. She wondered if she was wrong, and if the doll would never come to life. She wondered if she had been foolish, and if she had wasted her life on a false hope. She wondered if she had missed out on the real joys of life, and if she had lost her friends and family. She shook her head and pushed away these thoughts. She told herself that she was not wrong, and that the doll would come to life. She told herself that she was not foolish and that she had not wasted her life. She told herself that she did not need anyone else, and that she had not lost anything. She held the doll tighter and closed her eyes. She tried to feel the warmth and hope again, but she felt only coldness and emptiness. She tried to hear the doll's voice, but she heard only silence. She tried to see the doll's smile, but she saw only darkness. She opened her eyes and saw that the storm had gotten worse. The wind was stronger, and the rain was heavier. The thunder was louder, and the lightning was brighter. She saw a flash of light and heard a loud crack. She looked up and saw that a tree had fallen on her house, crushing it. She screamed and tried to get out. But it was too late. The tree had pinned her down, and she could not move. She felt a sharp pain in her chest and a warm blood on her dress. She knew she was dying. She looked at the doll and reached for it. She wanted to hold it one last time and say goodbye. But the doll was too far away, and she could not reach it. She saw the doll's face and realized that it was not smiling. It was not sad or scared or anything. It was just a doll and nothing more. She felt a tear roll down her cheek and a regret in her heart. She realized that she had been wrong and that the doll would never come to life. She realized that she had been foolish and that she had wasted her life on a false hope. She realized that she did need others and that she had lost everything. She realized that sometimes hope is just an undiscovered disappointment. She closed her eyes and breathed her last.